man, welcome again to the show. Yeah, man, a quick one, like I said before. We just want to talk about the Gateshead Diamond League race that is coming up. It should be a very interesting one because, as the title suggests, it's a very stocked field. Yes, can you imagine? This seems to me like it's a early treat where the 100 meters is concerned for women. It could easily be a final. Yes, easy. Yeah, man. But I mean, one of the setback to this is, will it materialize? You know what I mean? Because you have sponsors probably wanting these athletes to compete, but then at the same time, will the athletes, meet certain requirement? They have to go through a lot of logistics to ensure that these things are sorted out. So, and I will go on. So you have like a Natasha Morrison who was at 10.87 this year. Shelly and Fraser Pryce, who is normally a perennial favorite. Shakari Richardson, who is in superb form, 10.72 seconds. You have a Dina Asher Smith doing extremely well as well. She opened with a 200 of 22.6 thereabout. Yeah, Elaine Thompson, 10.8 this season as well. And you have, of course, Talu and Okakbari. I think Okakbari ran a sub 11 as well. So, I mean, this is indeed a stocked field where this race is concerned. So, I just want to know, will this materialize? Because if this materializes, this would be one of the biggest races of the year. And it's not even the Olympics as yet. But I certainly would love to see this race. And if all these athletes are out, then definitely, it will basically tell people where they are, what they need to do in order to, get back to the place or even turning the tables on the winner. But what say you? Who do you think will win this race? Excuse me for the background noise. I'm kind of at a location where, yeah, there's a lot of movement, like a warehouse. But, I have to stop by to still give you a content or some content. Yeah, you know what I mean? So, yeah, man, this is a very good field. We have top world championship athletes, top Olympic athletes in this field. And we just want to know from you, what are your thoughts? Who do you think will win? Yeah? Will this be an easy run for Richardson, Shakari? Will it test how good she is? Will this race really materialize? These are some of the questions I'm asking. Even though I know that sometimes when you're sponsored by these shoe brands or shoe sponsors, oftentimes they require for you to be at a certain meet. So I'm not certain if it is a must that all these athletes meet up this early. Will it do damage to them for meeting this early? You know what I mean? Or will it be a good thing for them to meet this early? What are your thoughts, people? I like to hear your comments down below in the comment section. And one other thing that we'd like to talk about too is the Kemba Nelson, that hot, fine athlete there, over there in Oregon. She was beating it in the outdoors. Yes. I can't remember the name of that girl that beat her, but it was a mouth-watering race. And she was put to the swords, so to speak. You know what I mean? So, yeah, people. Yeah, man. Basically, the Gateshead Diamond League seemed to be a very, very interesting race coming up. Yeah? And trust me, this should be mouth-watering. Track and field fans out there, What say you? Track and field fans, chime in. Chime in and tell me your thoughts on this big event, this big race. Are they meeting too early? Hey, when me see this thing, man, I'm like, come on, is this too early? Yeah, trust me. Yeah, man. Family Sport, welcome. They say suspicious of who? Shakari? Why a lot of persons suspicious of her, you know. But I mean, she seems to be in very good nick, and this form would have also be from when she was in college. You know, she ran pretty well in college. Unless the camp that she's in is not one of those likely camps that would be, you know. But I leave that one because oftentimes, you know, to be true, formula. Big up yourself, Yankee. A lot of times American athletes do well, burst on the scene, and the first thing we Jamaicans always say is that they are on, you know, they're on some juice. Michael, big up yourself. They're on some juice, but the only problem I am having with this athlete right now is that she's lean, she's a diminutive figure, and she doesn't have a lot of muscle mass. She's not toned, she's not chiseled or carved out, so to speak. And I am wondering how is this girl with an average start, because she doesn't have one of the best starts out there, but how can an athlete with an average start that is not toned and strong and powerful be able to do so pretty well at top speed? Actually conjure so much power and speed? I don't know. So that's the only issue I have there, Formula Sport. But to say that she's on the okra juice, I don't know. I don't know at all. It's yet to see, because one of the big things that she has coming up, separate and apart from this Gateshead Diamond League race, would be the US national trials. Yes, in the last 40, and that's what I'm talking about, with that figure, with that body type, where she gets that power from, that strength, when her body looks like she's not even lifting weights. That's my only concern. So I'm not quick to say that, I'm not going to be quick to say that she's on any okra juice, but I will say it will be down to the coaches. So all the top coaches with these athletes, so Stephen Francis with Natasha and Elaine Thompson era, his genius will come out. Asha Smith's coach, Talu's coach, Akakbar coach, and Shelly and Fraser Pryce coach. I think, and also Shakari Richardson's coach. So it will all boils down to me, the coach that prepares their athletes the best to peak at the right time. And a matter of fact, how to manage the rounds as well. Because going to a championship like that is not only going into the race. Yeah, man, that's one I think we talk about. Before we look at that formula, man, the okra juice. One of the things that coaches do in order to get their athletes ready for these finals is that first round you give your first 40 or first 30 just to see where you are. You're starting, then you have the semi-final or whatever. You push to the first 60. push to the first 60, then after that, the finals, you push all the way. So it's the coach that really allow their athletes to manage the round in a decisive way. I believe that will be the one that will come out on top. So I'm not gonna follow the masses that are saying that it's the okra juice. But what I will say, it will boil down to the coach that will do the best man management or lady management or athlete management. You know what I mean? So yeah, man, that's basically it. That's basically it. So let me look on some of the comments. So Formula says he's suspicious of that girl. Yankney Graham, big up yourself, man. Michael Gordon. Oh, I saw them thing I move quick, man. I'm a phone may I use people. As a quick, Michael Gordon's a big up. You saw what Oral Tracy said the other day when he implied it. No, I never see Oral Tracy, you know. What did Oral Tracy say, Formula? She generates a lot of power in the last 40. That is also an indicator of her maintaining top speed, decelerate at a slower pace than others. Lloyd Williams, we'll see if it's on the juice, just like most of the okra juice. First, your man a food thought that, man. Just like Marion Jones, she's unproven in the rounds for real. Yeah, man. Management are going to be the key for that. Welcome, those will be fast. It's a stock field for me. The heat will be fast. Yes, indeed. Yeah, man. So I mean, it's going to be a mouth-watering race if it actually happens. You know what I mean? That is true, Formula. That is true. But for me, as someone who is involved, it's gonna be difficult unless I have not seen her in her entirety. So let me put that caveat there. Unless I have not seen her in her entirety. So I probably couldn't speak on that sort there. But sprinting, Virgin, you have, if you have a weak shell, the speed will not manage the weak shell. So obviously she's strong, but it's not evident to me on the physical side of things. So probably she's squatting some whatever, and I there's no returns where her muscles are concerned. But to me, peaking too early. Now is what? May, June, July, probably about another 10 weeks. Yeah, it could be. It could be. But with in terms of peaking, you know, in terms of peaking, well, that's probably another thing, you know. But I mean, in terms of peaking, these are those one-off races that she has been running, and I think the last time when she ran 7 7 and 7-4, those two races were actually done in rounds, and I think that's the only time she would have run rounds. So I mean, in terms of peaking, that's also questionable. Why crazy are the TV? I don't know what you're about still enough, but I mean, this is a sports channel, not a Miss Jamaica thing. You know what I mean? So I don't know where the pan. Anyways, I'll see you retrack it. Lloyd Williams, all come on. Gonna be chilly on Sunday. Her last 40 meters is sick, but I think she's speaking way too early, but she has 10-6 in her. Yeah, man, I think so. DeMarcus Richardson always been fast, always had a fast top end, slow start since high school. So that me think, I think people are underestimating her because this kid has been running fast from early. So it's not like she just out of the blues come on and run fast. And that's my two few cents on that matter. I am not going to underestimate her and to put her in the category of the regular Americans who have been always running fast. You know what I mean? And then blow up or blow steam at the end of the thing. You know what I mean? So I agree with you, DeMarcus Mack. JJ, that's too quick, but don't forget she's coming in line with Brian and others. I How did she get there so fast? Be realistic. Interesting, JJ. Sounds like they are accepting defeat already. If you say the only way she is running fast from PD, she always high top end. You have to give her credit. She's a fast kid. We have to give her credit. She's fast. Whatever is causing her to be running fast, is it talent? Is it her fast twitch muscle fibers? Is it her training regime or whatever? The kid is fast. We have to give her credit. She's the athlete at this time. She's the informed athlete at this time of the season. No going around that. Coach, what do you think about the lower half of her body? It kind of looks strong to me. Not so much the top half though. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Formula. I probably have not seen her in entirety in terms of a close shot on her to see. I'm probably have to go and watch back that race to see if I can zoom in on her muscular development and all of that to see if but she would have to have strong legs because it's like a booming ball or a tennis ball we call it. In order to run fast, you hit the ground quick. You know what I mean? So if the ball is just slightly drop out of your hands, it's not going to be going far. But if you violently swing it down and hit it, it's going to come up. So her legs would have to be strong in order to be running that fast. So you could be onto something. It takes 6 weeks to peak. She runs 200 tomorrow. Yes, I would love to see that 200. Boy, crazy you on the TV. I don't know what you're about, what you're dealing with. I don't know what you're dealing with, boss man. Not a beauty pageant with the pan bridging. Do y'all remember how Marianne Jones was? Yes, Lloyd, we do remember. She is like an Elaine. Michael Gordon, we used to say Elaine had a 10-6 in her as well. And I still formula believes that she has it. Remember, Elaine has been racked by injury now. You see that Achilles tendon there, what we call the heel string. If she doesn't do surgery, it's gonna bother her for all her career. You know what I mean? So big up yourself, sports to the bone. Welcome, man. Blessings, coach. This youngster is running some good time. Of course she is. Persons just underestimate her because she's an American, and you know the history with Americans where that dishonesty is concerned. But I mean, I am going to continue to talk about her, that she's the athlete for now until she gets her bunkie whooped. You know what I mean? Lord William, American athletes, the most tested athletes in the world, plus all the informants and agents in track and field circles. All right, DeMarcus. Time will the real truth. Yeah, man, time will reveal. So her success is of emulating her great success, Flojo, who is in reality was blah blah, only have been discovered after blah blah. All right. JJ, Gatlin used regiment in training and they train together. Oh, so Dennis Mitchell is her coach then, if she trains with Gatlin. Wondering if we will get our ladies to peak when it counts. Sports to the bone, we normally get that happen, man. Easily. Yeah, man, we normally get that happen as Stephen, the genius Francis we are talking about, you know. Yeah, man, them man they will get a Natasha Morrison, a Ilian Thompson to peak at the right time. Raymond, what go on? Mo, you check out Yardi TV for me, name. Come in here, disturb the peace. What's good, oh? Yeah, man, me now I look at office today, you know. Gatlin uses football regiment and they train together. All right. And you see the football athletes them, they use a lot of power training, you know, a lot of leg work. So, like I expressed to Formula earlier, she could have a lot of power in those legs. But they don't look strong, and that is my point. This girl look like she want to put me into some deep research. Yeah, man. Her legs don't look that strong. Thompson era got some real strong legs, strong quads. Yeah, that's my point. All right, Raymond, big up yourself. She look like she hit the ground real hard, for real. Yeah. So again, strength must be in that, but we don't see it. You start live on athletic a day in the week now, or just a one thing. You know, Graham, it's just a one thing about this. That idea that you give me, I could do um, athletics live just to feed the athletics fans. You know what I mean? Something we can think about, man. So brilliant idea there. Because you know the weekend triple treat is for the football massive. So we could take another live in the week for the athletics people. Yeah, man. Brilliant idea there, Yankney Graham. Yeah, man. I'll definitely think about that one. I won't even to knock her or bring too much speculation. She could probably just have some good fast twitch muscle fiber. That's what I said. Sports to the bone. Her fast twitch muscle fiber must be mutated. You know what I mean? And also, but what I was saying, sports to the bone, yeah, man, understand this thing, the science of it, because you know you're a custodian. The fact is that her shell is small, and to amass that amount of speed in a small shell, it could be two things: is either she's really strong, or that shell won't be able to maintain that speed. In other words, she probably could be injured at any time now. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm really looking towards. I don't want that to happen, but me really have to look on her, because if she hit the ground so fast, that means she's strong. If she hit the ground so fast and she's not strong, then it spells disaster, and I wouldn't want that. But her coach is her coach, and he possibly knows what he's doing in order to get her to run these fast times. It pained me when Elaine got sick before the final at the London 2017. Elaine was going to run 10:6 easily in that finals. All right, Tuoki, big up yourself. If she train in Gatlin, then that says it all. Busted so many times, but still running. So this make hey JJ, yeah, it hard, you know. Kiv Rider, it's not about peaking. Her technique is flawless. She just bounces and glides on the track, and she perfects the art of sprinting. And when she gets a better start, the record is her. Kevra Edwards, I don't think she's the epitome of technique, you know, now. She has some arms that are out there. To me, she's not moving in a straight line that we'd want sprinters to go in, like a linear motion. You know what I mean? I don't see that she is perfect in her sprinting technique. You know what I mean? I don't think so. If she train with Gatton for real, then you know trouble there. Hey, Formula, be yourself. Upliftment coach, the only thing left to see her is in a pressure position, but she's favorite so far. Yes, Edmondson, I agree with that. Elaine this year will run 10:6, but if it will be tight finals. Brianna running last in the 200 meter, I think, shows she's overweight or behind a bit, because she was third to Richardson in that race. That would be a good look. All right, Yankney, we'll put that into consideration. The Marcus Mack, I think her legs look stronger than Elaine legs to me. You know, me I gotta look on her legs something they do. Yes, a night for athletics. All right, okay, me see people must send out that. That seem like a something we can do. Yes, man, it's a bit weird. Need some research to understand this one. Yeah, man, me have to put in a little more on it. They need mad. They still mad at Watson for pulling pistols at the end of a race. Yeah, it might be inappropriate, man, especially to sponsors. You know what I mean? Yeah, it inappropriate for on the sponsors part. The problem I have with that though is that these things have been happening for quite some time and no things have been said, but it has not been blown like this one has. I wonder why. Is it because many persons were at home, a lot of persons weren't in the stadium to watch, and most people watch it online, so or from the comfort of their homes. Yeah, her technique is not good, coach. I agree. You want technique check Elaine and Shelly. Of course, a formula. Who had said it earlier? I think it was Kivroy. Kivrory. Yeah, man, I don't think she has the best technique in the world. For me, her arms need working on. Her drive, which is acceleration phase, need working on as well. Yeah, man. Shelly a textbook, man. You want to see form? Shelly and Fraser Pryce is my girl. Yeah. Um, Richardson's schedule involves lots of squats. Dennis Mitchell is known to infuse powerlifting for his athletes as a main staple. Check out his blogs from years ago. Yeah, man, powerlifting is very good. Leg work is very good. So me and formula, right? That's why she hit the ground that hard because of the power in the leg. But it doesn't show to me in terms of her legs. I really have to look at her legs. The Marcus Mack, the Formula Sports, let me go back and look again. Yeah, me need to go look for the Marcus Mack. The young female Jamaica athlete that is training with Shawnee Miller, Weibo. Look out for her, one for the future. Yeah, man, young name, no man. I'm my girl, man. Ashanti Moore. Yeah. She's gonna be doing a lot of stuff for Jamaica and herself. She's in a very good camp. Yeah. And she is powerful, she's strong. I think the coach will have to work on her technique and get her to be relaxed a little bit more in her running form. And trust me, she PB'd again since she go over there now. She ran 11.10, which is her PB, and it was 11.16 or 7 thereabout. So yeah, she's improving already. Ashanti Moore. JJ, the reality of the matter is look at how everyone started peaking in America since Jamaica has made it known that they will be the up and coming for the next few years. True. Notice how they are all getting busted for whereabouts checks. JJ, I go hard, you know. Sadler, don't see much of SFP. Don't like what is going on. SFP is doing a whole lot of work. I think she's doing a lot of over distance training as well, where especially for the 200 meter. If she gets stronger in the 200 meter, then that 10.6 will come. Trust me. Ashanti is the future for real. A lot of upside for real. Yes, man. Ashanti, I go on with big things. No doubt about it. I'm very happy for her. Good prospect. So yeah, people, look at football starting up. So young me, a good thing this. We probably can think of a day. I probably can throw out a survey. Big Show, the US and the Nikki will be doing anything to reclaim the title. And that means they will go to the extreme. Really? Shaquille Smith, what's your thoughts of Brianna Williams so far? I'm not worried about Brianna Williams. Not worried about Brianna Williams. She ran, I think, 11-0 in that race. I think her coach knows what he's doing in terms of Um, you see, the critical thing about coaching athletes in terms of sprinters, runners, anyone, is to peak them at the right time, And sometimes the fans of athletics, all right, formula. Sometimes the fans of athletics, because of the history that we would have had in track and field, are not patient enough with some of these athletes. Because Brianna did well as a junior. The expectation is that she will just transition. But I mean, it's gonna be tough because she's about what, 19 years old. So she's gonna go up against seasoned athletes who have been competing on the World Championship and Olympic stage. But I believe the coach knows what he's doing. I'm not gonna be bashing a coach. I coach track and field too, so I know the ups and downs in training of an athlete. So it can be very difficult. But she's right where she should be. 11-0 or 11-2, 22-9. I probably worried about the 200 meters, but she's right there with the 100 meters, no doubt, no doubt. Don't get worried, people. Don't get carried away by what you see others are doing. Trust the process, and that's what Otto Bowling is probably telling Brianna at this moment. Trust the process. Gatlin training is on YouTube. He use a lot of resistance training. They train her the same way. Okay. Big up Kemba, future champ also. Yeah, Kemba was beaten by a girl. Is it Richards or Davis beat her? Some girl beat her a few days ago over the weekend in the ACC Outdoor Championship. Yeah, man. The girl was the big favorite though. Formula, so agreed, coach. More of this, please. All right, formula. Yes, so people are saying, oh, you mean Nike? I figured it was Nike you were talking in a big show. Yeah, man. No poll needed. It decided already, coach. All right. Yeah, man. I know this come natural for me, If she is training with Gatlin, I'm going to want um some juice to track her down. I don't think Brianna will be a big deal in the 200 in the future. I'm more looking out for her in the 100. Yeah. Brianna ran 11:0. Yeah, man, I said that 11:08 in that particular race. Very good for me. Of course. I think Michael, people are carried away with how Shakari is doing, and they are trying to match up other persons. You see, the thing about track and field, an athlete will see their counterparts running very fast, and some of them have the boldness to come to their coach and ask them, oh, this girl is running at this so fast at this time and I'm not running this fast. But sometimes it's the place that they are at in their track and field cycle, and some of them need to be a little bit more patient. I don't think read that already. Brianna, all right. DJ Moody, blessed down. What's about Kemba? Yeah, man, Kemba gonna do great things too. Thanks for this chat, man. It allows us to express the truth and look with our eyes. Yeah, man. Alright, so everybody has said enough formula. Let's do it some more. Yeah, man, we can do this. Alright, so we are gonna do some more track and field live, people. Kemba is strictly 100, not 200. Yeah, I think so too, Michael. Twanish Terry, yes, thanks for that name. It's a Terry girl. She's a pretty decent talent too, So I hope when time she start run fast, people will just come up and say, where this girl come from? Terry has been doing pretty well for the past few years. Or is it Davis? Davis, is it Tamara Davis? She's a pretty good one as well, Is it hey, one of those, well, other side. Anyway, she was beaten. I thought Kimbanels was gone, beat TT Terry because of the 60-meter victory. but it wasn't even close. Yeah, it was a. She destroyed the field. Yeah, that's true. Right now, US thing turn up them college athletes doing them thing. See how TT deal with Kemba. Yeah, man. And that's the thing, Sadler. A lot of these people don't watch the US in the college here and know the times that they are running. And when they just come on the senior ranks and running fast, they start to suspect them. Because even Shakari Richardson, she ran very fast on the collegiate circuit. Michael Norman ran fast on the collegiate circuit. A lot of these athletes, and some of them gave up their collegiate eligibility to go pro because the collegiate system can be a long, tiring one. You know what I mean? Let's celebrate our athletes and about his general where are all the males for Jamaica. We have the talent from an early age where they are now. Why aren't the big coaches working with them? JJ is who you decide to go to. That's the thing, is who you decide to go to and your handlers. It's time for the males to shine. I believe it
Has no doors. The PVC fitting has no door.
if
Uh,
rooms have.
uh,
Mm-hmm. Sorry, but yeah, have. Where was I with the comment? Yeah, man, the males, I think they would have gone through a cycle now with the uh, stepping away from a Usain Bolt. Then, I mean, it's most of them are transitioning. There are a lot of things that contribute to how these male athletes go about. I think the male athletes are easier to work with physically. When it comes on to other aspect, I think the female athletes will listen more than the males. And oftentimes the males get too much too early and they feel like they are stars and they have not worked as hard as they should for what they would have achieved to date. You know what I mean? So, I mean, I hope they would have learned their lesson from what has transpired, and because there are some very good prospects, and they would have, so to speak, fallen by the wayside. Tamara Davis, and it's a Tamara Clark. All right, cool. You have any news on how the male them all do, like the Christopher Taylor, Wayne Pinnock, Nigel Ellis, Javon Matheson, Andre Ewers? I think Andre Ewers I think he ran some time ago and he's doing well. Javon Matheson, I haven't heard anything of him. Nigel, he ran a PB some time ago, about 2 weeks ago, 10-0, close to that sub 10. Christopher Taylor ran an outdoor 400 meter. He wasn't pleased, and it was 46.2. It was, it was when I watched the race, it was like he was running with no one. Probably like a training session to me. You know what I mean? But I mean, Christopher Taylor is in a good camp as well. Raina Raider, Tumbleweed, where you have that American that is on the rise, resurgent of his career. Trayvon Bramell is in that camp. So I'm expecting good things of Chris. Yeah, man. And for the football fans, Manchester United just scored. Excellent goal by Edison Cavani, 1-0. I had that in. What's about Kevona Davis? Kevona. Kevona did not have such a good introduction to college athletics. But I mean, she's gonna come to hand. Patience again. Christopher Taylor, like I said, is with Tumbleweed. Coach Raina Raider with coaches Omar McLeod, Taekwondo Tracy, Brittany Carr, Brittany Anderson, sorry. Um, on what's that name? Adam Jamili. He's training with Trayvon Brummel, Andre DeGrasse. So he has some very good professionals in his ranks. So Christopher will come to hand. Hype to get to the young males. Them get two girl and think them reach. It's not only the girl in a formula, it's what they get out of high school in terms of the contracts that they would have gotten. Money coming in, and you get a car, you stop training hard and all of that. So these are also some of the things. I agree with you, but since you're saying Bolt gone, the circuit dead. Hey JJ. Christopher Taylor Beast, I think Blake got one run in him. Blake will make the finals in Tokyo. Can he make the national team? Let's see that first. Nigel Ellis is with Stephen Francis, man. I'm not worried. I tell you, him run a PB some time ago. 10-0. Watch out. Taylor, a young talent, maybe not beast yet. Oblique Civil is the one that I believe is gonna get a breakout season this year. Oblique Civil, he's at Racers and he's doing excellently well. That's good. I had high hope for Nigel. What's the latest on Kevona Davis? Kevona Davis is in Texas training. I think she had a race sometime in this week, the AC championship. I didn't check the time though. She ran over the week. Yes, at Big 12, yes. 11-2. Alright, thanks for that update, Levar. College burns out the sprinters, so by summer their legs are done. That could be true, Michael, but I mean it's debatable. Is TT Brenner beating Worlds Junior? TT was the big favorite, yeah. Nelson was beaten by TT. Waiting on Taekwondo Tracy and Julian Ford at Gateshead. Yeah, Taekwondo Tracy. Hey, front of a thing with him, so when the athletes them leave him, them not do well after, And look like it always true. See, Natasha Morrison leave him. When she left him initially, she ran 10.96. She went to Sprint Tech and she come back and she come back and then she go back to Steve and now she run 10.87.
Mine is
so
going is still current. His he canceled the policy because he sold the vehicle.
Yeah man. Yeah people, so we think we can close up on this now. And we might have this on a regular basis once a week. Talk athletics, so a separate live for the track and field supporters and fans, and one also for the football fans. What's going on with Jacko? Yeah, she's still at MVP training. I think there are gonna be some meets coming up, man. You're gonna see the athletes. Gio Nelson, I'm curious to see if Shelly is still in 2019 form, because if she is, they are going to have to catch her if they want to win. Pocket Rocket. Yes, please do. Alright, JJ, we're gonna start that out. Sherika is running the 400 this week. Yeah, man. Sherika train, man. All the athletes them up and about. Training. Remember, that's all they can do now. Some of them would have run at there were a few velocity meets held in Jamaica on weekends. So they have been running over the weekend in Jamaica. So they are good. Yeah, man, it's 42.6 Chris run. 46.2, sorry, yeah. He wasn't pleased with that opening. I think he wanted to go probably a 45 lower or what, but I mean, he ran by himself. So to run 46 2 by yourself. That's a lot of running. I think they need to work on his form. He still have this lean back setting. Need to probably get a stronger core so he can stay up. Because if you're not running 40, 44 low, 43 high, no man. You're not go on that, you're not going to the finals of the 400, you know. Alright, okay. Yeah man, I'm gonna bring it, alright? Since it is popular demand, I will bring it. So yeah, I'm still a lean back man. I have him lean head too. Probably need to get him core more stronger.
Yes.
Which Liston? Brianna Liston?
Yes.
You're talking Brianna Liston?
But
800 meter.
Okay.
Which Liston is he talking?
Also, if one goes, one can do the necessary, do the payments and take it back and yeah, but they would if one party turns up, they would allow the other party to take it to the other party to sign and return it. Alright. Excuse me, what time your Portmore office?
No, the one we're running 29
Portmore?
Oh.
3:30?
Oh.
What time you open? Oh, they start working at 8. What about your new Kingston office?
8 chums.
Oh.
Yeah man, the 800 bother youth from Edwin Allen. Oh, you mean not all your goal?
Legal justice in sovereign cargo?
Yeah, Michael, yeah, come up with the stats them I know. So obviously,
It's 8 o'clock and you.
so what you're coming up with indicates that I have been speaking truth. Brown man security, what go on? Coach, what was the best performance for you at Champs?
Alright, thank you.
Hey, you know me on.
Well, I'm in Spanish Town Road.
One tough question that still don't
I
know.
think Portmore will have this.
Natalia Gould, she's training man, training very hard as well. Formula, best performance. We have some very outstanding performance, you know, at Champs. I mean, I would say it's hard to pick one, man. Hard to pick one. Very hard to pick one. But very hard to pick one. But I mean, very hard to pick one. You know, a formula sport, but not pick none. But for me, the athletes did extremely well given the circumstances, given the uneven nature of their preparation. So for them to even come out and you have some persons breaking a record, yeah, Shaquille Smith, that one was a good one too. I had that in mind. But I mean, it's hard to pick one. You have the 400 meter hurdles, you have the 400 meter finals for boys, you have the class 2 400 for girls, you have the class 2 400 for. Huh? Anybody in there? So, I mean, some good runs. But people, thanks for tuning in again. I have to go sort out some business. But I definitely take this one into consideration where we'll talk about some track and field midweek on a live and we have the track and field persons, enthusiasts. Let's come on and we discuss track and field. Thanks again for tuning into the Coaches Desk. Big up yourselves. Enjoy your day. Stay safe. Until next time, we're out.